and took pictures of the house.
When I saw him, he just stopped in. I couldn't tell if he was just using his cell phone, like the call or something. He just stopped right in the middle of the street. He has a backpack, and right in the middle of 12th Street. And I think Clifford was in his car at the time. Clifford said he did that before I came home. Then after I came home,
It was your house that you took pictures of?
I don't think so. He was just looking straight ahead.
He's a Caucasian, I think.
Okay.
And one of our members who isn't here saw him. She was the first one who saw him, and her neighbor saw him. They said he just kept riding around and on the bicycle. And they were wondering what his purpose was. They just said, you know, about the backpack and
Okay.
what he.
Well, we'll look for him. Ask him what he was doing. Anything else?
Thank you.
I wish I knew more about this, but, you know, I'm going until.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yes, sir.
Our speaker today is Jeff Fisher, was the, we'll say, new director of Public Works. And Public Works office in usually covers a myriad of things. He oversees a number of departments. And so we asked him here, and he has a gentleman here, his last name was Thompson. I can remember his first name again. And we want to say while you all are here, Struggles Hill, this was started by this lady here some years ago. And since it's first started, we have benefited from Tommy and what he's done in the area. Some of our neighborhood groups, as you can see, most of us are, I'm not going to say old, but we're working on it. We're mature. And when you get to this age, oftentimes you need help. And sometimes Tommy sees the need before we ask him and comes to our system. So we just want to say with him here, he's done so many things to make our neighborhood what it is today. So, Mr. Fisher or Jeff, you can put your coat off too. We're very informal here. But we just tell us what you do, and then we have enough time for a question and answer.
Thank you for inviting me. Brent Thompson's our new engineering director, and so he'll hit on a couple of things, project status, that kind of thing for the group. And then I agree, I've been in public service for, 15 years, and I've never ran into a person that exemplifies public servanthood like Tommy does. Tommy is an excellent manager, and really happy to work with him. Well, a little bit about myself. I am an engineer. I have been in public service now for about 15 years. I've been here for about 7 months now. And I'm really happy to be here. I really I'm from eastern Jackson County originally. I never spent a lot of time in Wyandotte County, but I'm more excited about this job than I was 7 months ago, just because it's a really neat community. And to have groups like this that help hold neighborhoods together is just awesome. I've never had that experience in the past, and so it's a really impressive community. I love it. And we're getting ready to move here. Have an outstanding wife and 2 sons that are quickly becoming excellent young men, and we're getting ready to move up here in July, and so we're real excited about that. So like you said, Public Works is made up of streets that Tommy manages, engineering that Brent manages, we have wastewater and stormwater and fleet maintenance, and then buildings and logistics. We have around 375 employees and a fairly big budget. So philosophy simply is, we need to do what we say we're gonna do, we need to be transparent about it, and we need to be really effective about our business. And so, we'll work on those things. In fact, our big first task is to develop our strategic plan, and staff's been working through that. The commission has a really good strategy that we can use as our foundation, and so we'll have that wrapped up probably in May. And that'll give us a lot of direction on how we're gonna conduct business, where our focus is gonna be. Real excited about that. We have a really good crew. Of course, all of our employees are Wyandotte County residents, so that's pretty neat. We have a very diverse crew, which reflects the community, so I'm very happy with that. And they're good public service. So, we have a number of things going on. I know a couple of them that will be important to you will be our overlays this year. That starts in June, sometime this summer. We have Garland Park. I don't know a lot of details about Garland Park, but I understand it's going to start here in a few months. And Grant might be able to explain more about that. But, what else do we have going on?
Well, I mean, I'll just pick up from where you're at
Go
right
ahead.
there. So thank you for having us here. We do enjoy getting out and meeting people and talking to the neighborhoods and so forth. I just want to make sure that we are in Commissioner Johnson's district, is that correct?
That's
Or
correct.
on those projects in somebody else's district that might not be. So again, we'll start off with the annual, our mill and overlay program. And what we do is, each year, we meet with the commissioner and we go over areas of need that we've been tracking through his district and so forth, and suggest to him what we need to overlay that year, or the coming year. He'll give us some feedback, maybe some concerns that he's heard from citizens and so forth, and then we kind of adjust and go from there. So some of the major area that we'll be doing in the overlay program for him is a portion of Oakland Avenue between 13th and 18th Street. The larger area is located at the northwest corner of Parallel and 34th Street, and this includes 33rd, 32nd, 31st, Waverly, Greeley, and Lafayette Avenue. So we're getting a pretty good chunk right in there of that overlay. And also the area from 7th Street, 7th to 10th, along Walker. We'll be doing overlay on that as well. We do, and with that said, there's going to be a sidewalk improvement project on Walker at the same time should be at the same time from 7th to 10th Street. So that was one of Commissioner Johnson's comments and everything is about trying to get sidewalks going and how we can do that. It's kind of a big push really across the UG, the healthy campus theory of getting people out walking and so forth, and being able to have that pedestrian movement and be able to do that. So we'll be working on that. We have our annual ADA ramp program, and it's a program that is kind of what we have to do because we're under a consent decree by the Department of Justice to do so. We're required to provide ADA access, whether it's to buildings, other facilities, streets, and so forth. So every time we do a overlay project, I was just talking about, anytime we touch an intersection, we're going to put ADA, that ramp area is going to be ADA compliant, and we'll be able to mark that off our list as we go through. We also have, I think it's Max Park. They're doing a little overhaul in that park. We're going to be putting a new basketball court, new shelter house, new workout equipment along there. And
Where's that again?
Max, MAC, is that it? Max Park?
Where is that?
On 18th Street?
I think that,
Okay, Max Park,
Right,
also
right.
this small park.
Right.
Right near 18th and Parallel.
And so, again, we're going to be kind of redoing all that with the new workout equipment and a concrete walking path that's going to connect all those elements and everything. Commissioner wanted to just kind of hit one park and just do it right, and kind of continue to move as we go through these programs. We have our annual storm and sanitary spot repairs, and those basically are areas that are in need. People have called in, had issues, and we try to get out there. We have $1 million budget for that, and so every year we go out and we have a list of these areas that we try to put into a package to get out on the street and get those fixed. So if you know of any areas that are having drainage issues or sewer issues or anything else, call the engineering office, we record those. After we get so many calls and we start seeing failures and so forth, we put those in a spot repair program and get those going. So those are our annual projects. As Jeff mentioned, Garland Park, it's going to have a transitioning walking trail from gravel to grass. It's going to go to a rubberized asphalt surface now. And it's going to create a loop around the new futsal courts that are in there. It's going to connect to the new playground equipment and shelter as well. So, the project is under final design and it should start being built within the next month or so. So, a lot of things are starting. We're going into parks and so forth. We might have just completed it. We're working on completing a parks master plan. Taking a look at what we have, what needs to be addressed. Maybe we have parks that we don't need parks anymore. Maybe we need a park somewhere here that we can do. We're really kind of doing that in a global sense through the UG. We're doing a master plan on a lot of things, whether it's going to be transportation, whether it's going to be storm. We're trying to step back instead of being reactive, and we're trying to be proactive. We're trying to get a good grip on what's out there that we need to do, get it planned out there, and be able to basically be good stewardship of the budget and make sure that we're getting a good product out there. So we're kind of stepping back and taking a look at what we can do and basically make the county a better place. So those are kind of, that's really come from Jeff in the last 7 months. With him coming here, he's kind of changing the culture and the way we do things, and the way we look at things, and how we're going to go about it. And it's really exciting, honestly, to be able to plan for something instead of trying to just put out fires all the time. So, granted, we're still putting out fires, but at the same time, we're trying to get something that we know that is going to work down the road, and it's going to benefit the citizens.
One of you've probably heard about the SOAR program, the reduction of blight, and trying to address the issues with the vacant lots and the vacant structures. One of the big plays for Public Works in that is with Tommy's help, we've created a new mowing group where we've consolidated resources and try to be more focused about staying on top of the mowing, being more effective with it, give it a better look when we're done with it. So you'll see, and it's going to be Parks. Parks is going to run that program, but Public Works has committed resources to that, and there's extra money committed to that. So the idea is that those vacant lots will look better, right? And we're also going to do a weed spraying program because a lot of the vacant lots are just overgrown with weeds, and so if we can get on top of the weed problem, we can spend less on mowing. So hopefully by the end of the year we're more effective than we have been. We'll have some other associated goals associated with that SOAR program, but it's a huge push, and that's probably the most impressive proactive program that I've seen, and so I'm really excited about.
It's looking at touching 10,000 properties in 5 years.
5 years, yeah. Yeah, so hopefully that'll play a big part in improving the overall appearance of the community. Obviously, there's some safety elements to that program, so we're pretty excited about that. I would be interested in any input you have on how Public Works can help this group or the neighborhoods that we live in do a better job. And you may not have any ideas now, but if somehow you can get that to us after tonight, that'd be great. But I'll also take any ideas you have right now.
I have a question. Where is Garland Park located?
I have trouble with
Fifth
that
and
every time
Cleveland.
myself.
Fifth and Cleveland?
Yes. Right on the end of Fifth Street. Right across from St. John's Baptist Church.
Oh. So all these.
That's the old landfill.
Right, that's what.
Oh, I know,
Yeah,
okay.
John Garland Park.
Right.
Well, these projects that you mentioned, Johnson's district, all of these that you mentioned this evening are in this particular district.
Correct.
Okay.
And, I mean, so, yeah, there's some like that will maybe span over into Townsend District. I mean, we do an overlay in all districts. You know, we meet, like I said, we meet with all the commissioners, and that program is done that way. Same way with the, you know, the annual ADA ramps, we try to get things kind of spread out as well. One project that we do is our priority traffic signal. We're looking at 24th, 27th, and 29th along Parallel Parkway. That area, the signals there are pretty bad. I mean, getting to a point. The goal is that we're gonna get those evaluated and get the design work going on them. We're gonna get one built this year, and we'll get the other two built next year.
When you mentioned the ADA, what does that stand for?
It is, and I know it, just know it out of my head.
It's the handicap ramps.
The, American Disability Act.
Yeah. We use it sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I say, I forgot what it was.
I have a question. On the, do you coordinate with the gas service of the BPU to see if they're going to say if they're going to upgrade? Oftentimes they will put it in, and then we overlay it, and they come in and do a cut.
So what we've been doing is, in the past, we've taken these projects that we've done, and we've sent them to the BPU. We've talked to the BPU. The BPU's been pretty good about getting out in front of us. I can't say so much that's happened with other utilities, but as part of this stepping back and taking a look at what we're doing, we're creating an asset management division. And what that's basically gonna do is, we're gonna take a look at everything that we own, whether it's storm, sanitary, sidewalk,